So my last video was ass. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nosferatu, your friendly neighborhood Mexican film critic. I know I missed a week, but I was waiting because I finally got to see Avatar 3, and I thought it'd be a good video to come back on. I also might just kind of move to every other week as well. Just see how that does. I'm just gonna keep trying. I want to keep putting out content for y'all. Let's talk about Avatar. So, Avatar 3. Finally got to go see it this weekend with the wife. Very long.
It's been 84 years.
It still was awesome. Not gonna lie, it was great. Especially once you got into the story and just all. It looks freaking beautiful. But my only complaint for it was, which I kind of see a lot on the internet as well. It didn't so much seem like the third. I know it's the third movie, but it didn't seem like the trilogy part. It seemed more like part 2 of movie 2, if that makes any sense. Just because it kind of picks up directly after Way of Water with the Fire Tribe, and still it was magnificent to look at. Like I said, the movies are always gorgeous. That's why they're huge blockbusters that pull in a lot of money every time they drop, because they're breathtaking. They truly are. So for Avatar 3, what was kind of neat actually is me and my wife got these seats that were called D-Box. I don't know what D-Box is, but whenever we got in there, it turns out they vibrate. And they move back and forth with the movie, so it was kind of a little extra immersion. It was pretty nice. Like I said, it just it added a little bit of extra to it, so when things are blowing up or they're in the ocean and the waves and they're falling off trees and you're kind of vibrating in your chair going back and forth. Like I said, it was kind of more of the same, but I was also expecting more of the same from the previous Avatars. I think the reason number 2 was so overwhelming was because it was a decade before we got the second movie, so there was time for us to kind of remember the first one, and the second one, groundbreaking. Whole bunch of new they figured out how to live capture in water, which if you watch the making of on Disney Plus, it's incredible how they had to figure that out, man. From filming underwater without having the wave parts that are messing up with it, so they had to have 2 different kind of sensors to meet in the middle, and then they put a bunch of ping pong balls kind of to block it. They're groundbreaking films, they really are, and that's just one thing James Cameron is great at, is raising the bar, because his name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. South Park had it right with raising the bar, man. That's what James Cameron freaking does. But yeah, I do think it was, like I said, it kind of felt just more like the second movie again, which Way of Water is great. Fire and Ash is still great, especially I can't wait to just watch them all back to back and just see it run through.
That could take forever.
Because I think watching 2 and 3 back to back would kind of just feel like a single film. I will say, man, that freaking fire bitch is fine as hell. There's a couple times I was telling Devin, I was like, am I wrong, or is she super hot? And she's like, oh no, she is super hot.
She's a total smoke show.
And what's cool about the Fire Tribe is they're kind of like the atheists a bit of Pandora, because they reject Awa. They reject your mother nature. We don't care. We want to destroy and just set everything on fire and burn the world alive. So when they meet up with the general, freaking General American ass man, of course they hit up real easy together, and just they go together like sugar and sugar.
Wow, you really went for it. Oh, good for you.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty sweet. The acting was pretty cool. There was a couple moments in there where I was like, you kind of had to suspend your disbelief for certain things in the movie to happen. You're like, I don't see how, but if you're telling me that's how it's gonna happen, okay, I'll give it to you, just because, magical tree goddess spirit. There was a couple of moments in there as well where my jaw literally dropped open, man, seeing someone get shot, or a couple people died actually that I was not expecting.
Oh, color me shocked.
People almost getting taken out. Like, me and Devin both probably had a whole bunch of moments where we were just kind of aghast. For being 3 hours and 18 minutes long, I'm kind of glad it was that long, because there's moments in the movie that if it was a regular, like, 90-minute film, it would, like, end on this triumphant note, and then you would have to wait a year or two to get the conclusion of it.
I wait, and I wait, and I wait!
And this had a couple moments of that where you're like, they could have ended it right there, they could have ended it right there, but then I'm also like, I'm glad they didn't, because I'm invested. I want to see what the hell's gonna happen. And man, I don't want to spoil anything for it, but
Yeah, well, don't.
some of the scenes and sets and explosions and the action was great. Like I said, James Cameron knows how to make a movie. He's someone that you can, like, trust to do it well. I know Avatar's been his baby, like, even since before Titanic. We just didn't have the technology to make it like he wanted to make it. So him finally being able to do it after all these years and then build it into, I think he wants to do 5 films. He did say he's going to see how well 3 does before he finishes on 4 or 5, which, you know what, you already committed, just do it. They're all of them have made over $1 billion in the box office. So, like, come on, James Cameron.
Stop being such a quitter!
But I do see where there are also complaints with all the movies. I will say the story writing, like the writing of it's a bit generic. It's pretty much Pocahontas in an alien form. Though, like, the world building of it, it's kind of like a blend, because part of you're like, this is a great world, I get to see Pandora, but it's also like, you know, when you see a Thanator, you're like, okay, that's like a jaguar, you know, you see, you know, this other thing that's clearly like a rhinoceros, so, like, you still see the human equivalence of it in this alien planet, but like I said, it all looks beautiful. It's majestic when you see them flying around on their Ekrons, and oh, it's kind of breathtaking. I'm not really great with 3D movies. I have to have glasses on to watch them. But I would have loved to see it in 3D, especially with the D-Box, like 4D kind of thing. So you're shaking and moving and bouncing and things are exploding. And
I was bobbing and weaving like crazy.
I think it's still been a couple days, so it's still sitting on me to really digest it. But like, I definitely gave it like 4.5 out of 5 stars on my Letterboxd, just because, like I said, it had some issues where it felt like number 2 part 2. It was Way of Water part 2 instead of Avatar 3. That's not me dogging on it at all, man. I love the Avatar series. I think I can't watch them by myself because my wife would be mad. Those are movies that are like, hey, we gotta put time away to watch Avatar. In other words, she'd be like, you watched Avatar without me, you son of a bitch. So I understand that, because they're just epic, man. They're epic movies. They look great. So I love seeing the story continue, how they're actually handling it, seeing just how, like, the Water Tribe mixed with, you know, Jake Sully and his family, and then, like, Spider, the kid who, like, can't breathe on the planets, running out of oxygen with his mask, and then you still have the RDA always just like, we want your money, we're gonna slaughter all of your animals to take stuff for our billions of dollars. Guess what? You already have billions of dollars to travel to interstellar planet, like intergalactic travel to another planet. You have the money. Maybe if you didn't use all that to get here to kill these indigenous people on their own, minding their own business, you could use that money to save the earth. But no, you want to kill everyone's wells and take their brain stem goo.
You tried.
It's one of those that just makes you hate the government, makes you hate politics, makes you hate yourself. It's a big finger wag, like, no, this is what you guys do, you're wrong. All you want to do is rape, pillage, and steal all of our stuff so we can have money. Literally in the first movie, when they're arguing about blowing up the home tree, and she's like, you can't, this is more than just a tree, it's their house, they're like intertwined in it. And this dick knows, his literal, like, line for the movie is, but the money. Bravo. Wow, you're really swinging on all fours there, dude. What kind of bullshit is that? The money. You flew to another planet.
This is getting so heated.
Which is not cheap. Gas is expensive. I can only imagine how much it takes for you to move an entire military and militia and a whole bunch of thousands and thousands of people to a new planet to set up a whole freaking terraformed place there so you can start raping and killing everybody.
Deep breath.
But yeah, I freaking really dug Avatar 3. I love number 2. I love number 1. Probably think number 2 might be the best, honestly, so far, just because, like I said, when it came out, it was groundbreaking. This one's still really good, but we've already kind of capped out so far to, like, the graphics and the, you know, they figured it out already. So they're just kind of adding and continuing that. So that's where it feels, the third one feels not a step down, but just like a lateral move. It's a lateral move. So hopefully if they do make number 4, it'll kind of expand on it, and, you know, it'll build a bit more instead of just continuing what we've already seen. Yeah, man, if you get a chance, seriously, check out Avatar 3. I'll talk about Avatar all the time because I actually really love them. I really wish they still had some of those popcorn buckets, because I would have paid the $80 to get that damn thing, and I know exactly where it would have went in my house.
Stuck it right up my butt.
So, like I said, I think I might be doing just every other week now, kind of give myself more time to think on stuff. Also, like, the ideas and stuff I have written down for this channel, I don't want to just barrel through them as well, you know, give me more time to prepare physically and mentally. Like I said, I'm not doing this for money or anything. This is more for the love of movies and something I can enjoy to talk about. But also, you know, when you get like super depressed and stuff, you don't want to do anything. But, you know, that's why I just focus on movies. So my letterbox from last year for the amount of movies I watched was 365. So that is, no, 366. It was 366 because that's one more than a movie a day.
I have no life.
So I did break my last record. This year, I'm probably not going to try to break my last record or anything. I do like keeping track. I love watching movies. That's why I wanted to talk about it. So I figured talking about Avatar 3, I think that was a good reason to wait to make my video. So I'll get this dropped out to you guys. Seriously, like, subscribe, comment down below. It helps the algorithm. It helps YouTube see that my freaking channel's not complete, because the first couple got a couple hundred views, and now I think averaging like 20 to 30, which is fine. I'd rather have a loyal 20 to 30 than a bunch of people that don't even know or give a you know. If you want to hate watch it, you can hate watch all you want, because it's still a view. But yeah, enough about me. Yeah, that was Avatar. Just wanted to talk about it. Check it out if you get a chance. Don't forget to try some Dubby out. Use NoseDude as your promo code. Get 10% off. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Tell your friends. Tell your family. And peace out. Love you guys, and you have a blessed day.
Be sure to like and subscribe.